Talking much more of the medical team, yet maybe it's just the training sessions. It's much intense for a 54-year-old.
Well, Everton had gone 6 matches without a win, and on Saturday against Tottenham Hotspur, they scored a late goal to secure a draw, which for them, of course, sounded like a win, and I think it's a good motivation for them. Manchester United, the 3 young stars, I know you saw the pick those guys took after scoring, and that's the right direction for Ten Hag's boys, and it's of course it's promising. Well, for Manchester City on Monday night, they came from a goal down to secure a 3-1 victory over Brentford. And of course, history repeating itself. Erling Haaland is yet to score against Brentford. We saw on Sunday the Gunners scoring on both ends, but they condemned Liverpool to a 3-1 defeat, a match where Konate saw a red card following his second yellow card on fault for Kai Havertz.
Yep.
And of course, we saw the Gunners dominate. Good defense, good midfield, but still there is that lack of the attacking force. Moving on, talking about Luton. Luton, any team, any opponent to them is equal. And of course, they came so close to beating Newcastle United 4-2, but a late launch from Newcastle United saw them secure a 4-4 draw. Am I leaving any team? Of course, yes. Chelsea were beaten hands down. The second time they conceded 4 goals, and of course it was the 10th defeat of the season, courtesy of the first hat-trick of Acuna.
Wow.
Yes, that is what happened over the weekend.
It was an interesting weekend, and I'm thinking that because you saw that it was the weekend with the most goals of any 10-match week. So like it was interesting to see all the goals. The funny part of that weekend is the only team that we picked for our daily bet was Nottingham.
Nottingham Forest
versus over 2.5 goals. And yet they drew 1-1 even when there was a red card in the match. So, but we take it. It was a great match day, and we hope that match day 24 is gonna live to those expectations as well. Maybe just one match that I can pinpoint exactly how it went, and I felt like this is the match that we were really looking forward to. Was of course Liverpool and Arsenal, and the reason is we all know that the title is now open, especially after Arsenal defeating Liverpool 3-1. I think it was an impressive performance from Arsenal, and you could see even at the celebrations, you could tell that Arsenal are now they mean business this season. And for Manchester United as well, keeping a clean sheet against West Ham is not easy. They did it. People keep slandering on Onana, but he's done well. Another clean sheet, 7 for him now, and that was a good performance. So we're going to be looking at the general match day 24 and see how those teams will perform. And see.
Just to mention, we had Aston Villa after losing terribly over the weekend. They picked 5-0 victory
against Sheffield United.
And also De Zerbi's ball. We saw him trying to switch the wingers in the name of Ferguson, and of course they got some good goals. I think the goals they conceded, they scored.
I like his versatility in terms of flexibility of his tactics. He's able to switch tactics even in game, and that makes him one of the best managers we have in the EPL right now. So we're going to be seeing who they're going to be facing, and let's see what match day 24 will bring to us.
Right, moving straight, you're going to be analyzing them, or I ghost?
No worries, either way.
Right, defending champions and Manchester City. Pep Guardiola's men will be up against Everton. One of the early kickoffs on Saturday. We always say
Ogopa early kickoff.
Yes, but I don't think this is gonna be a tough match for them against Everton.
Well, I think at this point in game, no team wants to play Manchester City. And it's for the obvious reason that KDB and Haaland are all now back in the team.
Yeah.
And they look stronger than ever this season so far. It's scary to think that if they win their game in hand against Brentford, they'll go top of the table. Yep. I mean, for this game, directly to Man City versus Everton, I think Man City will score at least 3 goals again. They have a cliche of scoring 3 goals lately, and I think they will win this game 3-0. How about you?
I think, like you said, gonna be easy win for Manchester City. However, I feel now Everton, they failed against Tottenham. They failed. Now we held this game until the last minute, and at the end of the day, we secured a point with that late goal scored. And they're going to trouble City. I don't see them scoring, however. But I'm not giving them more than 2 goals. So I'm going to give City 2-0.
2-0 victory against Everton. Yeah, you could be right, because Everton have also shown some master classes in in defending. Yeah. And that's why they have the most clean sheets. Pickford has the most clean sheets right now. So you could be right, but for me, I'll still stick to my 3-0 win.
Then later on, around 6 p.m. East African time, we'll see Liverpool, who were beaten by the Gunners, now trying to get on their feet against troubled Vincent Kompany's men, Burnley.
Well, I think it's not a good time as well for Burnley at the moment. Just recently they played Manchester City, and now they're playing Liverpool again at Anfield.
At least they should have rested. Maybe they give them Chelsea.
Yeah, your namesake will get a beating again.
Another defeat.
So I think Liverpool should cruise this one. They are now wounded.
Yeah.
After the defeat against Arsenal, they will be looking forward to bouncing back. Of course, in the match for Arsenal, Szoboszlai was missing.
Yep.
He wasn't there. He didn't play.
Mo Salah.
Mo Salah as well. We don't know if they'll be fit for this game, but for sure, Liverpool, with the current squad that they have, they should cruise this one, and we are going for 3-1 victory, because I think Burnley will nick in 1, so that's why I'm going for 3-1. How about
Burnley
you?
are not convincing going forward. They can defend. Sometimes they have some passes which are not complete in the midfield, and they tend, with their fullbacks, they just clear most of time. Like they play from the back, from the goalkeeper to the fullbacks, and they take a long pass, which will not work, I think, against Liverpool. I don't see them scoring a goal. So I'm going to be giving Liverpool a straight and convincing 3-0 victory.
3-0.
Yes. Then later on, we'll have Tottenham, who are held to a 2-2 draw by Everton. Now, against Deserby's men, who are really firing over the weekend.
All right, I think Tottenham are now 5th in the league. After their draw, they dropped 1 position down. And Brighton are also doing well, aside from the defeat they had before they won. So I think it's going to be a difficult game. In the reverse fixture of this one, I remember, I think Brighton won 4-2 in a thrilling 6-goal match. So I expect goals again in this match. Both teams will score, of course, and I think Tottenham will edge Brighton on this one, though, because I feel like they want to show their fans at home what they can do, fighting for the top 4 and even the Premier League as well. So I'm going for a 2-1 win for Tottenham. How about you?
I totally agree with you, the same scoreline, because I feel now Tottenham need to get back to winning ways, and comes the right time, and not so the right time, as like we can view it on paper, because Brighton now, following their recent win over the weekend, they are sure they can pick from where they left. It's going to be a troubling match, back and forth, and Ange knows he's not supposed to let another lead slip away. So I'm giving them the same scoreline of 2-1.
2-1.
Yes. Then moving on, we'll have Sunday. We'll go straight to Sunday, where we have 2 matches, which you can maybe name them like our feature matches, and also on Monday. But first, the Gunners will be traveling to London to take on their rivals. Let's say it's a London derby, Westham United. What's your take on this match?
For Arsenal, it looks like a good time to face Westham, because in the previous fixture, Arsenal were on a good run, I think, and then it was ended. I think they had drawn to Liverpool, and then West Ham ended their run. And in this fixture, they now have defeated Liverpool. Now they're going to West Ham as well. So West Ham is a good side, although they didn't play so well against Manchester United. And now, looking at it on an Arsenal point of view, you would be scared because you'd think that they are going now to be at home and they're going to like try and fix the errors that they did in the Manchester United game. I mean, no one expected Manchester United to defeat them 3-0, so they're going to be putting in a good shift. So I think there will be a nuisance for Arsenal this weekend. It's going to be very tight. It's going to be a game where both teams are scoring yet again. But I think Arsenal have the mentality to pull through. They have shown it. They've won 3 in a row. And that's why I feel like they will win this game 1-2. How about you?
Right. Remember, like you said, this is a team which brought Arsenal's trouble during the Christmas period.
Yep.
That loss, and it messed up Arsenal losing once again to Fulham, games which looked easy on paper. And remember, this team this season has defeated the Gunners twice in the Carabao Cup and also in the Premier League. The first encounter, I mean the first fixture of this ongoing tournament.
Yes.
And trust you me, the Gunners knows how tough this match is. It's not a team to underrate. Right now, looking at the team news, Thomas Partey, of course, picked up a knock towards after his rehabilitation and was set to return against Liverpool, but it never happened, which brought a lot of abuses and of course, Arsenal fans are making a lot of noise saying now Partey should be sold. We expect Tomiyasu to return to the team after being out with his Japanese team during the Asia Cup, right? So those are some of the maybe team news. Michael Antonio for West Ham United and also Paqueta are also out. Now, one thing for sure, I would like to see how Arsenal respond, because this is a team which the Gunners are supposed to punish. You don't lose 2 matches in a row against same opponent, and there's not a top team. It's not a top 6 team, right? So the Gunners need to bounce back, and through this, the spirit they had against Liverpool, I want to see it continue. I want to see the likes of Martinelli firing, or I want to see a better communication in the centre-back pairing of Saliba and Gabriel. I want to see Ben White outstanding. If it is Zinchenko starting on the left-back, or Kyoto, whoever starts. Once again, Jorginho doing wonders because there was no Partey. So I'd like to see the same team which started, and Arsenal was supposed to concede this match. So I'm going to give them 3-0 victory against West Ham United. Yes.
That's a good prediction for you. But I have one question for you. How old is Thomas Partey again?
Partey, I think he's older than his father. Like
he doesn't play, this guy.
What
happened to him? Because I haven't seen Partey like play for how long? I think the last time I saw Partey play was when he scored a fantastic goal against Tottenham.
Tottenham match.
Yeah, and that's like, I think 2 years.
This season.
Yeah, that's the last time I saw him play.
Partey actually, I think he featured.
This season, did he?
Yes, he played one match, came from the bench, and he picked up a knock once again.
But
no, it's a good question. Jokes aside, Partey signed for Arsenal from which team?
Atletico Madrid. How
many matches did he play?
For Atletico Madrid?
Yes.
Quite a lot of matches.
5 consecutive years without injury.
Yes. And now he came to the Arsenal side.
Right.
What could be the problem, though?
I feel the Arsenal medical team has issues. We've seen Gabriel Jesus used to be almost fit for City most of time. Jorginho was always fit for Chelsea. Right now he's picking up injuries. Declan Rice has never picked any injury when playing for the Hammers.
Okay.
But now out at Arsenal, he's become injury prone. Getting injury, maybe missing 2 matches, playing 3, playing 4, something like that. So at some point, as much as we're picking out on Thomas Partey, let's also think about the Arsenal medical team.
Could it be also that the training sessions that they have maybe are more intense? Because you could be talking much more of the medical team, yet maybe it's just the training sessions. It's much intense for a 54-year-old.
Later on, we'll be having Manchester United traveling to Villa Park I think now this guy's getting personal. Villa Park to take on Unai Emery's men, Aston Villa, who are out. Like they're firing 5 goals against Sheffield United, and now this is another United this Sunday. What's your take on this match?
We'll start with the team news. For Manchester United, it's confirmed that Lisandro Martinez is going to be out for 8 weeks. That's a big blow for Manchester United because they had their squad, their normal squad that looks like very good on paper was coming back to the team on the pitch to play. But right now, Lisandro is gone again, and I think he's the only miss amongst the key players. And for Aston Villa, they'll miss Ezra Konsa, and also Tyrone Mings is still out. I think those are the 2 players that are not available. But we have Pau Torres, who's back, and he'll probably feature, and the rest of the other guys, Douglas Luiz, Leon Bailey, and Watkins are all fit to play this match. So those are the team news.
Yeah.
Maybe in terms of form, when you check Manchester United side, you'll see that ever since they lost to Nottingham 2-1, they have had an impressive run this year. They've won, I think, 3 in a row now. And for Aston Villa, they had a bad performance at home against Newcastle.
Yep.
They lost 3-1 at home. But aside from that, they also drew against Everton 0-0. And from there, they've been winning the other matches. So it totally shows you that now these are 2 teams that are going to have a fantastic setup at Villa Park. And it's going to go down to the tactics, I think.
Yeah.
For Manchester United, I think the approach to this game should be on a high level for them to be able maybe to get away with a point from Villa Park. But for Aston Villa, at home, they're a strong team. They have shown the big guns that you can't just come here and go away with everything. We will beat you and we will send you home. So it's a great match to look forward to. And I think Manchester United's forward is capable of scoring at least a goal in this match.
Yep.
But they have not won any game against the Big 6 this season, I think. And that's why I think Aston Villa have an edge because they are very much organized at home. And I'm going for a 2-1 victory for Aston Villa. How about you?
That's a shocker. You just dropped a shocker.
No, it's not a shocker. It's something that I see because we have already seen that Lisandro Martinez is missing. So that's why I went for a 2-1 win for Aston Villa. How about you?
Tactically, I feel United can edge Villa on this because these are 2 teams which are playing same style of football. If you watched Aston Villa versus Sheffield United over the weekend, they had one target man.
Yeah.
Watkinson.
What?
So what happens in this case is you just play, you ensure your defense is disciplined, then going forward, you just give a player who is very quick and who can finish at a high pace. So I feel this is a game which both teams will not keep a clean sheet. Sorry to say, because I've always loved Onana and supported him to get clean sheets. But I think United will win this. Watkins, of course, will score, Garnacho and Højlund. So it will be Højlund, Garnacho, Watkinson, and it ends 2-1 in favor of Manchester United.
You really think
yes,
so?
United will win this match. And if it happens, if it happens.
Have you seen Manchester United play without Lisandro Martinez?
I know, but right now, there is belief. There is belief in that team. A player gets injured, but then again, you can still progress without him. That's why I said you wouldn't keep a clean sheet. But your attack will be too good for Villa's backline to contain.
Well, you have a point.
Yes.
Let's see how it goes, though. I think on Monday we have another match.
On Monday night football, of course, will be Crystal Palace taking on our brothers, the Blues, Chelsea, who have lost already 10 matches. We've played 23 matches, so they've lost 10.
They've lost more than they've won.
Yes.
Well, I don't need to talk much about Chelsea. They just need to win this game. 2-1 Chelsea.
I feel Chelsea will win this match. When you look at their recent match, they played well. Only that they conceded silly goals, silly mistakes. such unforgiving mistakes from their back line, giving out the ball, and also at some point I felt in the first 25 opening minutes, Chelsea they didn't understand, they had no chemistry. It is a team which I had said like it's now starting to progress, but then now progress is dying slowly.
Dying down again.
But I see Crystal Palace are not at their best either, and Chelsea know this is the time, and Pochettino will push his men. I'm going to give you a 3-1 victory for Chelsea. Yes.
That's awesome. We wait and see. So over to Kick Tip. We usually have the predictions for Kick Tip up, and we are going to be revealing the last results. And as I can see, last match day, we had, 3 people played, of course, as usual. I had 12 points in the match day and a correct score of Manchester City again. And then you also had 8 points. And then Nana had 2 points. And you know, the reason why he has 2 points is because he did not play.
And you got a chance to go
above him. So in total points, Vincent is still leading. And then we have
Vincent
me.
is still the elephant. Use that term.
And then we have Mushiri. But I have one question for you.
Yes.
You said, what was your correct score prediction in the show for
3-0?
3-0.
Yes.
And what was your correct score prediction
Kick Tip and Liquid Sports are two different
Why are you living 2 lives, bro?
You have to fake it until you make it. This is reality. If you have to survive, you survive.
Last time on this show, I told you that you are rigging. People didn't believe. Now you are exposed, bro. Anyway, that is the Kick Tip. We'll leave the link in the comment section and in the description section as well, so that you are able to play. And also, don't forget to hit a like on this video if you like it. Of course, we know you like it. And also leave a comment of the predictions, especially for West Ham and Arsenal, and then also Aston Villa versus Manchester United. Let us know who you think will win this match day. Anyway, we have our lovely, lovely fans back at home. They're always with us. They always engage with us on our socials. Right now, we have 35K TikTok followers.
18,000 on Facebook.
And we are clocking 1,000 very soon on Instagram. And on YouTube, we are flying. 3K very soon. So
while on Telegram we have already 800 subscribers.
Yes.
That's why we're winning a lot of money. Yes.
So it's safe to say that our fans, we appreciate you back at home. Anyone watching this video, we really appreciate the input that you have on our socials whenever we post, whenever we make those posts, whenever we post our videos. Thank you always for engaging with us. But before we go, we always mention the fans we think they have been with us last week or so, and here we go. Do you have anyone on your side that you think has been engaging with us daily?
Yes, and I'll go straight to comments. We have some fans who maybe are not on social media, others who are engaging us through Facebook. Of course, others hurling abuses.
We are used to that.
We're used to that, right?
Aren't you used to that by this point?
Of course I am. I just
I told you should take those insults as positive criticism.
Yes. So I'll start with one of the biggest fans from Uganda. She has been following, watching our reels, watching our shorts and YouTube, everything. By the name Milia Keba. We call her Milia Keba.
Yeah.
Big up, and we love you as just you love us.
And keep engaging with us.
Exactly. Now we go to this guy called Kirui Frank. He saw our who is likely video when we're talking about who is likely to score first. And I said Liverpool, Arsenal will score first. And he said the boy knows nothing about EPL games. Then later on, you go with what happens. Later on, this guy called Francis Nyandenda said an Arsenal scored first and Manchester City no clean sheet as I post this. Now, who knows nothing about EPL between you and him? So laughable.
Yeah,
you have the answer?
Between you and the fan?
And Kirui.
I know you better than I know Kirui, and I think
from the comment,
right.
From the comment, Kirui Frank, I think you are related to him. In terms of thinking, so
zero ball knowledge.
Yeah.
Him
Francis Nyandenda, big up, bro, for the support. We have this guy, another guy called Adebari Aziz Ayo. I think we once mentioned this guy. He's one of the biggest followers and he has been betting with us. He's saying, nah, the only game that spoiled my ticket, thank you guys. You're the best and at least I won a bet ticket for the first time in my life.
Wow.
Courtesy of Liquid Sports Show.
Congratulations.
I beg today's game will be won. And of course, after this, we've won around 2 bet slips.
Yeah.
Yes. The other guy is called David Walu Wanjala. He's saying, I'm learning a lot from you guys. That's why I follow you guys. That was from the post you posted about Manchester City fans. You tried to ask them, who's it playing? Nobody could trace that.
I tell you what, take note of David Walu Wanjala, because you mentioned him in the last mentions.
Yes.
And he is our loyal soldier. On every post that we do,
he's always there.
He is always liking, he's always commenting. So, David, big up.
Right, the other guy is called Vincentian Musu Jr. He won some good money. He wouldn't be disclosing it. He said, boom, won, courtesy of Liquid Sports Show. Got a good stake for the upcoming matches.
Congratulations.
Keep up the good work. That's Vincentian. Let me see if they have another guy here. Of course. We had a post about Bayer Leverkusen making it 30 games without a loss. Both in all competitions, that is the domestic and other tournaments they're playing. And he said he's called Ochechukwu Kenneth.
Nigerian.
Probably Nigerian.
He is from
this name is like
Kumbo,
Chukwemeka.
and he's written on his profile that he's from Benin, Nigeria. So I don't know if Benin is in Nigeria or something.
Yeah, it's the same way Rock lives in Kitusuru, like something like that. We said this team is the miracle of the 21st century. I hope they can just win the treble to seal it all. That's it's talking about Bayer Leverkusen team, which is really, really doing good. And following Kuna's hat-trick against Chelsea, there is the last fan called Walter Peter. He saw our post about him getting a hat-trick, first ever in the Premier League, and he said, serious unforgiving errors. It seems they haven't had a training for a whole year. This is a Chelsea fan who's really broken. Yeah, I think that's all from my end in terms of the fans. What
I think on my side, I don't have so many of them because you've mentioned a few of the ones that I saw, especially the Uchechukwu guy.
Uchechukwu.
Yeah.
I don't know, from Benin, from Nigeria.
From Nigeria, Lagos, wherever it is. Thank you so much for engaging with us. And then we also have the normal guys, Obure KE.
Obure KE.
And we also have Ezalzu Abde. He's always also in the comment section trying to engage with us. And then there's a special mention, of course, to Joseph Mokaya, who said, who came to the correct score video that we posted after we got the Manchester City correct score of 1-3. And he said, I won the correct score courtesy of Brian Werimo. Big up, Joseph Mokaya. I also have Eugene. Eugene said on the same post, spot on, Brian Werimo, now I want that merchandise. Of course, we're going to be giving out merchandise very soon. And I also have one especially for you because you've been engaging with us so much, Mr. Eugene. And lastly, I have another guy who's following us everywhere. And he could be here, actually, maybe. Let's look for him. His name is Gori Vincent. This guy...
I thought you were talking about Wamunyima.
No. This guy follows us, maybe even to the
the toilet. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so he said on one post that, may my prayer be answered as Liverpool fan in Jesus' name. The game between Arsenal versus Liverpool, he's a die-hard Liverpool fan, and he wanted Liverpool to win, but unfortunately they didn't win, so things didn't happen in Jesus' name. So we've come to the end of the Premier League preview of Matchday 24. My name is Brian.
They call me Vincent.
And this is the Liquid Sports Show. Cut.